Welcome home! It's Irish Family History with curious news and notes, celebrating our 6th year of this podcast at the Irish Roots Cafe, where every day's a holiday and there's always room for one more. One of 6 broadcast series from the head school at irishroots.com. I'm Mike OLaughlin, your host, publisher of rare Irish books and information on every county in Ireland since 1978. Be sure to read our blog, complete with links to click on from this podcast, and search our master index and books for free. Molly, wet the tea, Katie, bar the door, Sweeney, clear that floor, and bring out the Irish dancers. It's time we get this show on the road. Oh, yes, it's show number 198. Boy, that's 190. That's almost, we're almost ready for the big 200. So we've got it. We're going to break with tradition again today and do a little bit different kind of show. It was actually, last week was actually, or a little bit before that, was actually halfway to St. Patrick's Day. And you know, a lot of people say, they're only St. Patrick's Day Irish. Well, you know what? You can be more than St. Patrick's Day Irish. You can be halfway to St. Patrick's Day Irish. And that's what we're here to show you today. Who showed up on a rainy day, a long time after St. Patrick's Day was gone, and stood out there and did their thing. Well, we've got interviews with 5 folks who helped put it together. And we were out there, and it's going to be fun. But we're talking to several folks, so get ready for that. We've got some short interviews on locations in the tents. And that doesn't happen too often, don't you know? So stay tuned. It's coming right up. Well, yes, we're going to be talking to the Driscoll Irish dancers, and we're going to be talking to the Irish cops, and we're going to be talking to the Irish sportsmen or athletes, and we're going to be talking to Llewellyn's Restaurant. And we're also going to be talking to the representative of the Kansas City Royals, who put the whole thing together out at Royal Stadium for the halfway to St. Patrick's Day little festival out there, I guess you'd say. It was the few, the proud, the brave, who showed up despite all that rain that was forecast, and who showed up despite the fact that you couldn't sell anything at the tent. I'll tell you who showed up. It was the real Irish. Now, 3 cheers to anybody who shows up, but when they show up under those conditions, I'm telling you. So this is just a sample of what's going on all across the country and the kind of people that are out there. I really enjoyed it. Had the little kids dancing outside of the tent there, and it was really fun. We had the guys whacking those balls around. What was that with those hurling sticks? Was that it? Anyway, they were whacking those balls around and it bounced around into the tent. We had to duck every now and then. But you know what? There was a whole lot of culture on display, and I think it was really worth it. And remember to come back and check out those little nooks and crannies in all those stadiums around halfway to St. Pat's, because that's where we were. And there's all kinds of things happening this weekend at the cafe. I tell you, I'm showing up to at least 3 things. There's going to be a session in Atchison, sort of at the pub on campus, and there's going to be an Irish song session at the Irish Museum on Sunday. That's October the 2nd. And there's going to be an honoring of Dave Brown from the old Scardiglin band here in Kansas City, and that's going to be on Friday. Lots of things happening. But now here's some of those interviews I was talking about. We're just going to play them and let you hear what it's like for real, just as they occurred. Well, here we are at the halfway to St. Patrick's Day celebration. The Irish Roots Cafe is right down there at the end. And I look over, but who do I see? Somebody from Driscoll Irish Dance. Is it the School of Irish Dance? I think I've seen them down at the Irish Museum when we were singing for a while, once or twice. Could you tell us who you are, why you're here, and what you do?
I'm Bridget Driscoll, and I'm with the Driscoll School of Irish Dance, and we teach Irish dance lessons for children anywhere from 5 and up, and adults too. So it's never too late to start Irish dancing.
Do you think you're going to find some baseball players out here that might be wanting to learn how to dance?
We could help them with their moves a little bit if they need it.
And now, if somebody wanted to learn to dance in Kansas City, where would they go?
We could check out my website, kcirishdance.com, and I have classes at Union Station, at the Irish Museum, and also in Lenexa.
Now, is this for adults or for children, or what's your age range?
It's for anyone. We've got kids classes that start at beginner and go up through advanced levels, and then for adults, we can also start with beginner classes as well.
Well, good. And how long have you been doing it?
We've been in business for just over a year.
And what are people missing out on if they don't get down here today, or if they didn't get down here today? What did you bring here, and what will you tell them if they talk to you?
We're just going to sign people up for classes, give them information, and hope to get some more students for the fall.
Ooh, great. Well, thank you very much. And if you got anything else to say while we're here, be sure to step down to the Irish Roots Cafe tent and let us know.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. And moving on down the row here, we've got the next tent, and that's got the Irish cops. And we say that with all due respect because that helped build America, don't you know? Here they are right now. Well, here we're moving down one step from the dance tent. And what do we have but the Heart of America Policed Emerald Society? And you know, I've seen that quite a bit now and then looking here, maybe even in St. Louis, but I've never actually sat and talked to anybody. Could you tell us what you're going to tell people here today when they come and talk to you?
Okay, my name is Pete Lobdell. I'm president of the Heart of America Police Emerald Society, and it's an organization of Irish cops or law enforcement agents, and we promote the proud tradition of the Irish cop in America.
Well, now, in Missouri or Kansas City, or what's the numbers? How many people?
Our membership extends to Topeka and Wichita to the west, and to Jefferson City, Columbia area to the east. So we straddle the state line.
Now, when you say law enforcement, what is that? Is that just city police officers, or who would that extend to?
It would include all law enforcement officers, whether it be highway patrol, county sheriff's departments, federal agencies. I'm a retired ATF agent myself.
Okay, good. Well, so that means a lot of people can join in, and it's a fraternal organization, basically?
Yes, it is.
Okay, great. And monthly meetings, or how does that work?
Monthly meetings, the third Thursday of the month. We meet at Brown's Market every other month, and then various Irish pubs throughout the community the other months.
That sounds like the real deal. Thanks for talking with me. I sure enjoy it, and I hope I see more of you this year.
All right, thank you.
Well, now we move on to the next tent, and there's a bunch of guys standing out front with these clubs, and they're whacking this ball around, and let's find out what it's about. Oh, now we're moving down from the Heart of America Emerald Society, and what do we got here? How do you pronounce those words?
And that would be for James to pronounce. James?
OLaughlin.
Which one are you looking to?
On the top line.
I don't know what this one is, but that's a come on, which is one of these.
That's the big stick.
And Gael is for Ireland. Yeah.
And this is the Gaelic Athletic Club.
Yeah.
And what do you do?
We play hurling and Gaelic football. Hurling is like a cross between hockey, baseball, lacrosse. Gaelic football is a mix between soccer and basketball. But all those sports derived from the Irish sports.
Now, in this area, who's active? Who's got teams?
Kansas City have a team. We're one of the top teams in the Midwest. Right. Then we have St. Louis have a team. Denver, Dallas.
Chicago area has several teams.
Twin Cities. There's Little Rock.
And what's your season run? What's your months?
I don't know.
Usually from about
March to
Labor Day.
March to Labor Day. That's good. And is it a rough game or is it an easy game?
It's physical. It's not for the.
That's why we wear these.
See the stick.
Oh, you got helmets even. Oh, it's rough. It's rougher than baseball.
Oh yeah.
I've heard that.
These on the field chasing one of these.
Oh my, that's like a little ball, isn't it? Oh, almost the size of a regular baseball. Yeah.
Soft baseball.
And how many on a team?
15 aside.
15 on a side. And how does the scoring go?
If you put it, you have like football uprights with a soccer net behind it. If you get it over the crossbar, it's 1 point. If you get it in the net, it's 3 points.
And what is the typical score at a game?
Oh, it could range from 1 point to 5-20. It could be, you'll have 5 goals and 20 points, which would be, a big score, maybe 50 points.
Yeah.
And this is now, how big would this be in Ireland?
It's the top sport.
It's number one in Ireland.
National sport, yeah.
So you're introducing it to America still, really?
Yeah, well, it's getting down in the lower states. It's in Chicago, Boston, New York, big time.
Well, that's where all the big immigrants settled, and they got the word first. And it takes a little while to drift down, 100 years or so, you know.
There's not many Irish in Kansas City, so we're trying to reach out to people. That's what we're doing here today, trying to sign people up.
Good. Well, we'll spread the word, and I'll run this all year on the podcast, so you should get many thousand people hear it. Now, I don't know who's going to show up, but and where do you practice?
We practice down at the Sporting KC's practice field in Swope Park.
What days?
Right now it's Sunday evenings at 6 o'clock.
And is everybody welcome?
Absolutely, everybody. More the merrier, the better.
You could be a good German in play.
Absolutely.
It sounds like America's good.
And
That's all right.
No age limit. No gender specifics.
So even an old man like me could try to play.
Yeah.
How long would I last?
As long as I last.
Okay, great.
My son's 14, so.
Any parting words?
If you want to check us out, it's kcgac.org.
Gotcha. Anything else?
No, just come out. We want you to come out and play.
And who do they ask for if they check you out? Who's the guys to ask for?
Any of us in a green jersey.
Okay, and if they ask, they're going to ask for the Kansas City Gaelic Athletic Club.
That's right.
And you've gotten big in the last year or two, haven't you?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Huge.
right.
Okay, good. Well, I hope this does some good. I hope today does some good out here at Royal Stadium.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks a lot. Now, after we've just finished up at the hurling, we're moving on to a brand new tent of no relationship to the other, and that's Llewellyn's Restaurant. So let's hear what they have to say and just who they're doing. Do they have Irish things there, or is it just a name? Let's listen in and see. Well, here we've moved one step down from the hurling club, and what do we got? Llewellyn's. You know, I've got a grandparent that was named Llewellyn, but they probably came from Wales and into Ireland. I'm not sure. But what is Llewellyn's? What is Llewellyn's, and what are you here to do?
Llewellyn's is a concept out of St. Louis. It's been around since 1972, and we have one here in Overland Park, Kansas. We're just kind of out here today to promote our pub over in Overland Park, Kansas. It's we've converted an old church. It's a real traditional pub. We have live music on Fridays and Saturday nights.
Is that Irish music?
We have Irish music. We have everything from blues to bluegrass and Irish and a little bit of
Oh, good. A little bit of the American mixture, huh?
all of it, all of the above. Yep.
What's the best day for an Irish celebration down there?
St. Patrick's Day.
How about during the week? Does it make any difference?
Doesn't make it. We celebrate St. Patrick's Day 365 days a year.
Do you have any Irish food? Is there any boxty or?
There's bangers and mash, fish and chips. We've got shepherd's pie. We've got a wide range of Irish foods.
Can't mix it. And who am I talking to?
My name's Eric Pritchett.
Eric, good to meet you. And over here next to him,
Mike Ravello.
got any last-minute comments you want to make?
Sure. Flanagan's Right Hook will be out there this Friday, September 23rd. Great Irish band and house band at Llewellyn's Pub. Good time, great time.
Oh, good. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Oh, sure, and that was the last tent we had, and they said Flanagan's Right Hook was out there. They were out there at the stadium, too, but they were up on the stage. They're important people. And you might see Flanagan's left hook if you want to mess with his right hook, but anyway, here's the fellow that put it all together this year, so I stopped by, said hello, and asked him to say a few words out the stadium. Oh, boy, now we've gone down the whole row for the Irish St. Patrick's Day, halfway to St. Patrick's Day celebration here. And I'm talking to the fella that put it all together, called us up, had us out. You know, I think he thought we were a restaurant at first. Then he found out we had all these books and stuff. And he says, oh, great, it'll be great. So could you tell us who you are and why you're doing this?
My name's Ryan. I'm marketing assistant with Kansas City Royals. And we put on the halfway to St. Patty's Day for a couple of years now in a row. And just kind of taking a local dive into it, getting some nice local vendors out and kind of bringing it all together for the fans here.
Is this every year, or is this a brand new thing?
We've been at it for the past 2 or 3 years. This is my first year with the Royals, so it's my understanding it's about 3 years running now.
Well, now it's better than ever because you asked us here. You know that?
That's right.
IrishRoots.com and the Irish Roots Cafe. You got any plans for it in the future, or are you just playing it by ear?
We're going to play it off the wall. We'll see how things go this year and kind of make some adjustments. This year, we're actually giving away 20,000 St. Patty's Day green hats, which is our first time doing that for this event. Good-looking hats. Got a big crowd here, big line, so it should be fun.
Oh, and I get you're giving away other things too, aren't you?
Yeah, this is a fan appreciation night, so we've got about 20 prize packages lined up. We've got some great prizes we've collected from some of our sponsors, as well as great tickets for 2012 for the All-Star Game for opening day, so we'll have a lot of fun tonight.
And I heard you were going to give all the vendors here, everybody gets a free bat and a couple of genuine baseballs. Is that true?
That's the first I've heard of it. That doesn't sound too bad, though.
Okay, thank you very much. We appreciate it. We like what you're doing here. And do you have any parting comments for our audience?
Go Royals.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, that was it for the halfway to St. Patrick's Day parade party out at the Royal Stadium. Major League Baseball, don't you know? And gosh, like I was saying, this weekend coming up, just to give you an example of the kinds of things that are starting to happen around here, there's a session in Atchison, Kansas, at a little pub on campus there at Benedictine College in the evening, and there's a song and singer session at the Irish Museum. I'll be going to that one too on October 2nd, Sunday, October the 2nd, 1 to 4 at the Irish Museum in Union Station, Kansas City, Missouri. And of course, Friday they're going to honor Dave Brown of Scardiglin, who was an early pioneer bringing back the Celtic music revival in Kansas City. And of course, they traveled the country too, so they're real important here, and they're honoring them at a world music session. I think Gerald Trimble's putting it on. So that's something on Friday, and we've got something on Sunday, and then we've got the thing on Saturday in Atchison. It's really pretty good. I've got one other thing I didn't tell you about that I'm doing. I'm going down to the KU Library in Lawrence, and I'm doing an interview there because they've got one of the largest collections of its kind at the library on Ireland and Irish-related subjects. It's really a fascinating story on how they got the collection and what it consists of. And it's sort of hidden out here, you know, in the Midwest. We keep our secrets, but I'm blowing the whistle now, and I'm going to have a podcast. I'll probably have 2 podcasts and maybe even a video of that later. It'll be real informative. And let me see, what's that give us? Well, we're almost done here. You know, I've been practicing a song in the Irish language, that language that only my great-grandfather would understand. But you know what? For 2,000 years, everybody understood that language, and now here I am. I was born, and I couldn't understand a word, so I'm making a little contribution to my heritage, you know. I feel like it brings me a little closer to the family. But the one I'm working on, it's really sort of a children's song, and, well, it goes like this. Da vek vashon shtim go shir tu neilim na rohidul kim po shir an na charani kai hoshi stor ni nuer erkul snikin yoshi shu le kayaka nerege she do amo she do amo she do amo kalyaka nerege she do amo wires warriors koroshi koshti warakusharege Massen tu bosa, kalyaka nedigid. Massen tu bosa, Marta shirogo gastolo shitadigid. A shido amoe, kalyaka nedigid. A shido amoe, warriors, a koroshi koshti warakusharigid. It's courage go bosa, Bercher on Mola show. It's courage go bosa, Sean Hamus Waragus, Mary Nikahase. Big Johnny Jim and Mary Casey. I sort of add a little bit of that at the end, but it gives you an idea of what I'm doing. I'm having some fun with it, and one day I may actually learn how to do the singing and the language all at the same time. But that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and of course, we've got the big podcast number 200 coming up, and I haven't even begun to figure out just what I'm going to do for that. And I think we'll bring Lori in for special. She's going to have to handle. We open up early on these special days, and we'll have to have her do some short order cooking back there, and maybe help out at the door too, because it gets so awful crowded. But we do have a limit here, and the Officer O'Malley will be here, and he'll be inspecting things, and there'll be no more than the allotted number of people in the door, unless we can sneak you in the back into the basement maybe. But no, I'd never do a thing like that. So we've got one more regular podcast, and then podcast 200. I should have a new format by then, don't you think? I think that'd be interesting. And we've got our song page on Facebook, and we've got our Hedge School page on Facebook. It's keeping me sort of busy. And then I've got my regular page on Facebook. Just look for Irish. You can find most of it. And gosh, we're on so many things now. And then there's that Google Plus. I'm on that Google Plus too, just as Mike OLaughlin. And I'm not sure exactly how that works. I got so many places to go. I'm just sort of feeling my way and seeing what's going to work the best. And I guess that's the story of life too, isn't it? Well, listen, I can't think of a thing else. I got a few more seconds left on this, left on here for the recording, but I will I will talk to you in the next week or two, and we'll get number 200 out just as soon as we can. Thanks to all our members. Thanks to all the supporters. I need your help because there's nobody else paying for any of this but my members and the folks who buy the book. So I just want to let you know I appreciate it. And until we talk again. That's all for today, folks. Joseph, warm up those pipes. Remember, we have a broadcast series on Irish song and recitation, on local history of the Irish in America, and on 2,000 years of Irish history, as well as on the counties, and something special coming up on Irish language, I hope. We've got all that and more at our head school at irishroots.com. And you know, we've been known to appear, exhibit, teach, and even sing for your special events. Be sure to book in advance if it's important, and write me at my American address at Irish Roots Cafe, Box 7575, Kansas City, Missouri, 64116. Leave a message by phone at 816-256-3360. Reach me on my webpage at irishroots.com. Skype me at the Irish Roots Cafe. Get me on MySpace, Facebook, Twitter, and Irish Central. Members foot the bill so they get first priority, but we're open to all. And by the way, a big thank you to all of our members. And away. That's all for today.